So, building a six-figure fashion brand is possible. Thousands of founders do it every single year. But here's the truth, most of them burn out along the way. They hustle nonstop, sacrifice their health, and feel like they're drawing into endless to-do lists. In this video, I'll show you how to build a six-figure fashion brand without burning out, with strategies that protect your energy, your creativity, and your business growth. I'm Inga Grinko. I'm the founder of I'm Fashion and CEO of Bash Paris, and I help emerging fashion entrepreneurs grow their brands through my program, Profitability. I know what it's like to pour everything into your brand, and I've done it myself. And I've also seen the difference when you have systems, strategies, and support in place. So today, I'll share the 5 keys that help you scale your fashion brand to 6 figures without sacrificing your sanity. So the first key is to build a brand, not just a collection. Collections are beautiful, but they are temporary. A strong brand gives you staying power, recognition, and repeat customers. For instance, instead of launching random pieces, anchor everything in strong identity, your story, your values, your aesthetic. Think about how brands like Jacquemus build movements, not just clothes. So when you focus on brand first, you don't have to reinvent yourself with every single launch. That saves time, energy, and stress. The second key is simplicity. Burnout often comes from trying to do too much at once. Too many styles, too many drops, too many platforms. A lingerie brand founder I worked with thought she had to launch 15 pieces in her first collection. Instead, we cut it down to 6 pieces that could be styled multiple ways. And she still hits 5 figures in sales with less stress and less inventory risks. Simplify your offer. A focused collection sells better and it's easier to manage. The third key, focus on one marketing channel before spreading yourself thin. Trying to grow on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube at once, that's a recipe for exhaustion. One Movie 10x client built her entire first 100,000 in sales just by focusing on Instagram, Reels, Stories, and Lives. Once she had traction there, she expanded to TikTok. Pick one channel, master it, then scale. That way, you're not burning out trying to do everything. The first key, set up systems so you don't do everything alone. Use automation for email flows, welcome flow, abandoned cart flow, and batch your content and schedule it. Hire freelancers or interns for tasks that drain your energy, such as customer support. I know a founder who was packing every order herself, answering every DM, and staying up until 2 a.m. Once she invested in a part-time assistant and set up shop automations, her stress dropped overnight. And her sales actually grew because she had more energy for creativity. And remember, you don't need to be a one-person army. The first key is the most important. Protect your energy. If you burn out, your brand burns out too. Build routines that keep you grounded, whether that's exercise, journaling, or scheduling downtime. Separate creative times from business time so you don't drain both at once. One of my students created a rule: no emails after 7 p.m., and Fridays were reserved for creative design only. So within 3 months, she doubled her productivity and her happiness. So there is another big mistake I see over and over again with fashion entrepreneurs. I call it the stop and go cycle. Here's how it works. You start your brand with huge energy. You work late at nights, post on Instagram every day, and push hard. Then life happens, you get mentally tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. So you stop. Weeks after, months after, years after, you try to restart. But the momentum is gone, and it feels like you're starting from zero all over again. And you repeat the cycle. I've seen so many talented founders burn themselves out in these cycles, not because they are lazy, but because they are pushing in bursts instead of building steady progress. What's required to be successful is actually simple: a little progress every single day. You don't need to work 12 hours a day. You don't need to do 50 tasks in 1 week. In fact, that's what creates burnout and disappointment. Results come from consistency, and consistency comes from things like taking care of yourself daily, meditation, yoga, walking, journaling, sleeping, eating and drinking water, spending time with people you love, staying connected with your hobbies, your passions, your creative part. Because if you are drained, your brain will be too, believe me. Taking little steps to climb the mountain is much better. One email written, one piece of content posted, one potential customer reached out to. Over time, these small steps compound into massive results. One of my clients set a rule: one meaningful action every day for her brand. Some days it was a post, some days it was contacting a supplier, some days it was 20 minutes of market research. Within a year, she built a steady business, not by sprinting, but by walking forward every single day. Remember, building a six-figure brand is not about speed, it's about rhythm. Stop and go creates exhaustion. Daily rhythm creates success. There's one more element that often gets ignored when we talk about business success: joy. Joy isn't a luxury, it's fuel. When you feel joy in what you are doing, you naturally build momentum faster. Because why? Joy brings energy, and better energy always leads to better results. Think about it. When you are tired, stressed, and forcing yourself to do tasks, everything feels heavy, growth is slow. But when you are lit up, inspired, and enjoying the process, ideas flows, creativity sparks, and people feel that energy in your brand. So how do you cultivate joy? The answer is simple. Make joy a non-negotiable habit. Dedicate time every single week to something that brings you joy. No compromises. It might be drawing, it might be designing, just for fun, not for business, dancing, painting, gardening, spending time with people who make you laugh. Even if it's not related to business growth, it's just as important as building your funnels, websites, or Instagram strategy. One of my students felt stuck, always trained by marketing tasks, dealing with websites. We introduced a weekly creative play day, and she would draw, paint, or create mood boards just for herself. Within a month, her energy shifted completely. She started showing up online with excitement, and her content started attracting more engagement, not because of an algorithm trick, but because her energy was magnetic. So remember, joy isn't a distraction, it's a strategy. A joyful founder grows faster than a burnout one. So now, the 7 keys to building a six-figure fashion brand without burning out. Build a brand, not just a collection. Simplify your offer. Master one marketing channel first. Automate and delegate early. Protect your energy as CEO. Break free from the stop and go cycle with small daily steps plus self-care. Prioritize joy, because joyful energy multiplies results. Do this, and you'll not only build a profitable brand, you'll also create a life that feels good along the way. And if you want to go deeper to learn the exact systems, branding strategies, and AI tools to grow your business faster while staying sane, that's exactly what we do inside BB10X. We'll help you design a growth plan that is sustainable, profitable, and aligned with your vision. So check the link below this video to join BB10X. And because building a six-figure brand should be exciting, not exhausting. Thank you for watching, and watch my next video about the truth about scaling to 10K months in fashion. See you there.